Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back in Farm Sim 22 on the Angel Mountain map. Let's get back to it. Now last episode we started harvesting, I think it was wheat off of, what was it, field 10. We'll look at that in a minute. And actually since that episode was recorded, I had recorded quite a few hours of content and then I promptly lost all of it. So we'll get caught up on where things stand. That field is now fully harvested. I got all the straw off of it. I still want to clear out the trees from that area, and there's a bunch of those to do. We may get to that this episode, but we have two other fields that we need to start the harvest on. I did not start on that. Overnight in game, I did a ton of mining, sold a bunch of stuff. You can see our bank balance is looking pretty good here at 3.1 million. But let's get these sheep unloaded. Today's a sheep day. And then we'll buy some chickens as well. Let's get these guys unloaded. I gotta open the door back here. More land race, just the little ones. This was about, I don't know, $7,500, not much. We've got 673 sheep already in the sheep pen. We may want to switch over to the other breed of sheep just to have like a half and half mix. We may do that next time we buy sheep. We're getting up to, yeah, this is going to take us over 700, I think. Select, move to husbandry. Yep, there we go, 711 animals. Up out of here. And let's park the trailer where we always do. Oh, also between episodes, I did cut and harvest quite a bit of grass. We have more to do, and I may end up doing more of that this episode or between episodes. Let's go ahead and close the gate for the doors here. Okay, those guys are happy. Now let's take care of chickens. Can just run over there. Sold some fertilizer, sold a bunch of everything, really. Moved some products around. Mined a ton of silt, so we have, I think, 1 million liters of silt in the fertilizer factory being processed. Let's see what we have going on here. We have 360 already in here. Let's do some more. How were we doing this? Let's take these guys. What's the max we can take? 60, right? Yeah. Let's do 60, 60, and 5 or something like that. We'll buy 60 of these. Boom, the mature ones. Buy 60 of these little guys. And let's buy 5 of these just for fun. Select. And I actually want to do the same thing at our other chicken pen. Let's see. I need to get to that from the map, most likely. That's way up here. Visit. Check it out. We're already getting some eggs from these guys. Hey, there's the roosters. Pretty cool. I like it. Okay, we'll do the same thing here. Use 60 of these. 60 of the mature ones. And 5 roosters. Again, just for fun. I don't think we necessarily need these for anything, but... Alright. Good to go on all that stuff. I think we're doing okay on the food too. Yeah, it says 23,779 liters in the bottom right screen. 485 animals. So we'll get these pens filled up fairly quick at the rate we're buying them up. But they're pretty low cost. Let's now pay off 20 grand of debt. Keep chipping away at that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 6.31 million. We still owe. Paying this off slow just because I'd rather have, you know, the fields that we have rather than just paying all this off. Or I'd rather buy 2 new fields rather than pay this off. So we're paying it off slow. All right, what's next? Let's get back to our truck. Yeah, you can see over here I've been cutting and harvesting grass. Man, I'm doing a little bit of that. But let's get in our truck and head over to... Or let's look at the map first. And take a look at the state of our fields. Yeah, field 9, or field 10 is the one I was talking about. This is now fully planted. I don't think there's anything more we need to do. We harvested wheat and I planted potatoes. And again, I lost all of the video footage I had recorded for that, which is kind of a bummer, but it happens. So yeah, let's just see how this looks. I didn't roll this. I don't think the potatoes need rolling. If I take off the fertilization state, it's got 2 stages of fertilizer, so we're good on that. I just want to see if the rolling shows up as needed. It doesn't. Okay, so that field is good until harvest. We plowed it, so we don't have to worry about weeds. And the fertilized state shows as already done, double. Okay, it's one of these we need to harvest. Let's take a look. Let's take a look over here. Oh, yeah, we have our clover field. Refreshing my memory. And then we have, I believe this is another wheat field. And I think there's a bunch of stuff here, but I think I've got my harvester over here somewhere. Somewhere in the mix. We can tab into this. Let's go take a look. Let's go tab into that vehicle, or just enter the vehicle here. Do I have a harvester around? Oh man, I thought I did. Where is our harvester? Let's take a look. Oh, it might be on the far side of that field that we're looking at. I bet that's where it's at. In fact, we can get started with that work right now. That's probably the top priority. If I can find my harvester, come on. There you are. Is that the right one? And where are you? You're way up by the clover field. This guy needs to head down. I'm just gonna leave the header where it is on this harvester. I think we can cross the bridge. I don't think there's any railings ahead. And let's look at the map while we're driving over there. Yeah, this guy we want to turn over. I think that is wheat, right? Yeah, that's wheat. So we'll harvest, we'll get the straw, and then I think we wanted to turn this one into oats, if I'm not mistaken. We've got a lot of products that are going to use oats. Once we buy a cereal factory, I think a lot of the cereals take oats. And then if we ever had an abundance of oats, we can always turn that those oats into flour too. So yeah, we'll get over there. This is going to take a minute. I will meet you there. All right, it's all coming back to me now. I did harvest these 2 fields. I did record it, but I lost the recordings. So we have, yeah, our wheat field has been harvested. We need to turn this field over this episode. And then over on the clover field, we need to set about turning, I think we're going to turn all of the grass swath over there into hay. And then before we bring that up. So let's do that actually. I'm going to take this tractor. I'm going to head back up to field 21. Kind of down towards the bottom middle of the map. That has been harvested. We got all the clover off of it. Most of that clover I think is still sitting in the field silo. We'll pick that up over time. And then there's a bunch of straw and wheat in the field silo here right to my left. We'll pick that up between episodes, or as we do mining or stuff, we'll make trips out here just to break it up and get that over to the main farm. But yeah, I think our tedder should be, and our windrower should be over by field 21. So I'm going to bring this helper over. We'll get that going, and then we'll go fetch our plow tractor that has the mulcher and the plow and get that working on field 28. We can get that guy turned over and planted with oats. So yeah, we still have plenty to do. I'm going to meet you this time. I'll meet you over by field 21. All right, here we are at field 21. I think that's the planter we're going to use for turning field 21 into corn. Once we're done, we've got a fair amount of work to do here. Let's hook up to our little tedder here and we'll get a worker going on this. This is kind of a big field, so it's going to take a while. And clover replants itself, which is kind of nice. But we now have a greenhouse that produces clover for us. That'll hold us over for a while. We may down the road still need to have a clover field. But I want to get corn going so we can hopefully start making our own pig food. And then get pigs going. We're going to need lots of pigs for the slaughterhouse. They're going to produce some slurry for us. And then there's just some other products that we can make out of pigs that we want to kind of get that started. And if we can produce our own food, we won't have to buy it. And corn is one of the key ingredients. So we'll say goodbye to the clover field for now. I think we can do this on a course play. Pretty sure. Let's take a look one more time. This is field. Yeah, field 21. Okay, clear the current course. And we want 21. Harvest grain is fine. Load the course. Activate it. And I think we can just get this guy moving. We'll set it to first waypoint and then we'll just keep an eye on this guy. Make sure he's off doing his thing, and then we may go get the loader to pick up our plow that has the mulcher. Yeah, this guy's good to go. The mulcher and the plow. Let's go tab over to that guy. In fact, we may just drive that tractor over. I think it might be by the potato field. Oh, nope, he's here. Awesome. So I brought this tractor over. This guy's gonna help us turn over this field here that used to have the wheat, and this one again we're going to plant with oats. Not sure where our seeder is for this one. Back this guy out of the way. This guy needs to be way out of the way actually, so let's drive this guy out of here, because that plow, man, does it make wide turns. I'm tempted to get a smaller one. We do have the room on most of our fields. We have had to cut trees in the past to make room for that plow, but it's a biggie. I'm gonna move this guy over to where these other vehicles are. That's our poplar field, by the way. Anxious, super duper anxious for that thing to grow. Poplar takes a long time. I believe it does replant for us though, automatically, which is kind of nice. There's our seeder for the oats. Alright, let's tab back over to the plow. And that one, I think we're going to need to make our own course for this. I don't know that we've used this here. Let me just check and see. This was the very first field I think we plowed. So 28. Field 28. Now we just have a harvest grain. So we need to create a new course for this guy. Let's do it. It helps to be a little far away from the field, I've learned. Alright. Great job. Course play field work. You want field 28. Boom. I'm getting a little bit of lag here. Field position. Do the same thing. Course generator. Let's just see what they give us. Generate fieldwork course. That's not what we want. It's kind of up and down. We want to go side to side. So I think there might be a way to fix that. Up down row angle. Let's go 90. And it may have generated the course this way because I have the up down row direction set to manual. So let's see. Will this generate a new course? Yeah, it did. Sweet. Starting up there, ending at the bottom, we can kind of see. That's what I want. I want to work my way towards the field silo. And then maybe we'll put a helper running fertilizer or something behind it. We'll see. Should I be fertilizing this first before I plow? Can't remember. Let's plow. Let's just plow. We're ready to go here. We want to save this course though to field 28. So save course. Field 28. F28 mulch and plow. And then I think we can just get this guy going. It's going to look like the first two rows are right next to each other overlapping. So it's going to look like it's not working, but I think it will. Let's go first waypoint. Let's see how this guy does. Just make sure he's going to do his thing. I'm just plowing on every planting just so we don't have to worry about weeds. And then we're getting a kind of a free mulch with this setup. So works out pretty good. All right, that's going. So we've got tedding going on field 21. We have mulching going on field 28. What do we want to do now? I think I want to get to clearing some trees. But there's a couple things we could do. Let's do a little bit of tree work over by field 10. Let's get that going. Yeah, that was the wheel loader. I hauled a bunch of silt in between episodes. Looking for a tree harvester. We may pick up some grass too. All right, here we are. Let's get on it. I want to clear out all these trees basically in this area. We're going to clear all the trees. Then we need to make a decision if we want to cut the grass and harvest it on this field. There's quite a bit. And then we're going to, I think, replant trees both straight ahead and then all the trees that were cleared out back that way. I think we had some of that on camera last episode, but let's get to it. Here we go. We're going to be cutting trees. All right, I think this is the last tree for now. Maybe we can finish up the trees next episode or in a couple episodes. I do want to get these all cleared out. And then obviously we're going to have to pick them up, take them to the sawmill. We'll probably have more than the sawmill can store, so we may set up log storage over by the sawmill near the refinery. But yeah, that's it for now. Let's go check on our helpers and see how things are. See how things are progressing. I have no idea why there's a giant pile there, but clearly this helper is stuck. Let's, how far did he get? It seems like he did pretty good. Let's see if we can't take this on ourselves here. We'll turn off course play, and maybe we can power over this thing. Let's go ahead and put our tether on. I guess I'll leave it up high. Can we kind of chip away at that? Boy, it doesn't look like it's going to let me, does it? Huh. That's kind of interesting. Boy, it's a weird pile out in the middle of the field too, isn't it? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Let's see if I can pull over this part and then we'll be back at it. Looks good. I imagine that's all hay now. Let's set this thing to, we'll set course play to nearest waypoint and pick up from where you left off. Yeah, I probably should have checked on these guys a little sooner. Yeah, he's got a ways to go, not even halfway there. But I'm thinking we can get another helper over here and start windrowing. Imagine the windrower is going to get stuck in that same spot. Let's see how the other helper's doing. We have grass to cut. This guy, yeah, the plowing takes quite a while. I think next up we'll have a helper run fertilizer over here. And then that guy will be followed by a planter. The planter's slow, but I don't think it's as slow as the plowing. So this guy's got a ways to go. Let's see if I can find a tractor nearby. That guy's a little too tiny. This guy right here can do it. It's our John Deere tractor. This one we got used for a pretty good price. Let's bring this guy. He needs to stay out of the way. Just because we are going to have a helper pick up all of the hay once we have it made. But I'm thinking for now, this guy can maybe start on the tedding. And hopefully won't run into the other helper. Probably won't be able to have a helper collect the hay until both of these guys are done. We've kind of seen on the other field, when the helpers have the opportunity to cross each other's paths, things go bad. But we'll get this part done. Tons of hay we're going to get off of this field, and then we're going to be kind of on our own. We're going to have to make our own hay off of just prairie land. Unless we get another clover field going, or even a grass field. Well, grass isn't going to give us hay. So hopefully this hay will last for quite a long time. I think it's gonna. I'm going to put this windrower right on the same path. It's overkill for the size, but the windrower. We want field 21. Field 21, harvest grain, load course, activate, and then this guy should be good to go. We'll set him to first waypoint and send him off. I don't think he's going to run into the other helper that's doing the tedding, but I do think this guy's probably going to get caught up on that same big mound that we just unstuck the tedder from. So that'll help. Okay, next up, let's do a bit of this grass collection, and then we'll maybe cut. Actually, maybe we should cut a little grass here first. Been using the JCB Fast Track for this. It's a bit quicker to haul the grass over to the field silo way across the field. Let's finish up cutting this section of grass at least. All right, I think that's good enough. I'm going to go ahead and fold up the Big M. Move this guy a little bit out of the way. We may end up driving this guy over to field 10. Still debating whether I want to cut and harvest all that grass, but I'm kind of leaning towards doing that. Am I going the wrong way? Yep. Let's tab over to the forage wagon. Looks like our windrower's doing fine. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and collect all this up. We'll do this in the time lapse too. All right, that's our last load of grass from over in this area. I don't think I've got plenty more to cut, but I don't think I'm going to cut any more right nearby. I guess I can fuel up here. Let's see if I'm in range. Not quite. Let's fuel up and clean up. And then I think I'm going to drop this forage wagon over by the clover field that's been harvested because we'll need this to pick up all the hay. That should put me in range. Yeah, let's fill up and then power wash both the tractor and our forage wagon. You might have noticed I've been using the Bond silage additive. Got a couple pallets there on the ground. I suppose I can refill that up while I'm sitting here. Boom. That gets us a better yield when we're picking up, I think, just hay and grass, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not positive it works on hay, but I think it does. Get these guys cleaned off. There's a bunch of stuff I want to do. I want to clear out those trees by field 10 where we planted the potatoes. We still have quite a bit of work to do there. And then we got a bunch of logs on the ground that we need to pick up and a bunch of stumps to grind. And then we'll turn that into a forestry area and we'll keep that as kind of our main wood supply for the sawmill over by the refinery. And then, as I mentioned before, we're using the planks out of the refinery to make pencils. And we're using the wood chips to make charcoal. And then the other thing we're going to want to do, we have trees that we're going to need to cut way out the top right of the map, over to the right of fields 51 and 50. I think I showed you guys there's a huge coal deposit there. I want to buy that land and put a coal power plant down, but it's full of trees. I can't use my mouse to show you. Let's get on the big map and just take a look. So on the big map, yeah, right here, this is all coal. Big coal deposit. And then there's just a bunch of trees here, and there's actually trees planted within this coal deposit too, which is a bit of a nuisance. But I'm thinking in order to make use of this coal, we would put a coal power plant out here. Then we could mine coal, feed the coal power plant, and have power. We're going to need power for several of the newer businesses that we're going to be purchasing. And then we're going to need power most immediately for the apartment building, which I'm looking to build out in this area. But before we can do any of that, I want to clear out these trees, free up our tree harvester, get these logs from this area moved into the sawmill down here. It's right there. And then we'll probably put up a log storage or something to hold the excess logs. We'll just let that sawmill feed, like I said, the refinery takes wood chips, makes charcoal, and then the crayon factory takes, I think, the wood planks to make pencils. Then we'll reforest this, and we may even pay to change the ground texture to forestry. We'll get the tree planter out here. I may even have the tree planter over there. Timber runner, that's what we need for the logs. I'll have to look and see. We'll plant this in with trees and then plant this area in with trees as well. We still need to put apiaries alongside field 10. We may do that. Maybe we could do that right now. Let's do that. Before we do that, let's finish up this job. I want to take this trailer, this forage wagon, up to field, what is it, 21. So let's get that done. And then I've got a maintenance trailer here on the left. I think on the way back, because we don't need this tractor up there. We've already got 2 tractors up by field 21. On the way back, I'm going to pick up this maintenance trailer and put it a little closer to that silo. It's kind of in an odd spot. We'll take a look at the status of all our fields, including the grapes, in a minute here too, just to get caught up on where everything's at. Again, the field that's being plowed right now, field 21, that is going to be oats. And the field that we're heading to is going to be corn. That's what's going on here. I think we have another field that's about to come up. And if I'm not mistaken, that one is barley. So we'll get a bunch more straw too. Speaking of which, now that we have straw, we can make TMR. Can mix a whole bunch of that. We need we need 10 million liters, not just for the cows that we're feeding our dairy cows, but we also need TMR for our 10 million liter objectives. And then there's also a kind of a product called forage, which is like a failed version of TMR that we can make using that straw as well. Okay, I'm just gonna drop this off anywhere really for these guys. They don't need it right away, but they are gonna need it. And like I said, I think before I get a helper picking up the windrow hay, I'm going to let these two helpers finish so I don't have tractors kind of crossing paths and causing problems. Let's bring this guy back down. And like I said, I'm going to grab that maintenance trailer. We may purchase a maintenance trailer for this farm silo. It's kind of nice having those positioned around, actually, on a big 16 times map. Keep things repaired. My understanding is that some equipment will actually become less productive if it is not maintained. Like seeders and harvesters won't harvest as much from what I'm told. So we want to keep things all in good condition and nice and power washed like our JCB tractor here. We'll take a look at the used vehicle market too here in a minute. A couple tanks of liquid fertilizer. That's for our sprayer there, the grape sprayer. That is a $5.5 million vineyard. We burned through the cash really fast. I thought we were going to be able to fill this side too, but I just ran out of money basically. Whoops, let's hook up. Hook up to this guy. Just put this in a slightly better location. In fact, we can repair this trailer or this tractor before we even do it. Let's do that. I need to get on this side. This little repair trailer holds fuel as well, which is kind of nice. Our tractor's actually in pretty good shape, but while we're here, we may as well do it. $473, it's no problem. We can't repaint from here. That would kind of be nice. That's not a feature. Let's bring this guy down. I think we'll do it across from, It's hard to find a good spot, right? Because we have the auto drive courses that kind of circle that farm silo or that field silo. Maybe over here to the left somewhere. Just gonna make sure that we don't end up crossing paths. Maybe we should plan to leave the middle open between these two fields for auto drive, and then as long as we're not right in the middle, we're safe to drop things off and park them. Eventually we'll put maybe put some sheds up or garages to store our equipment. I've just been a little cheap. Oh yeah, we bought another tree harvester. I mean a tree planter. There's one right there that we're using for poplar. While we're talking about poplar, let's look at the status of all our fields plus look at the used market. How about used market first? See if there's any deals. I've been looking at this forage wagon, but I think we have 3 of them now. Let's look at the garage and see. Forage wagons. Yeah, we have 3 now, so I think we're in decent shape. I don't think we need to buy a 4th. Some of them have slightly bigger capacity too, not by much. So I don't think we need that. This is a spreader for slurry. I'm tempted to get this because I was thinking we could use excess slurry to fertilize the field up by our main farm. This one right here, number 1, this field. But that particular slurry spreader only goes with one, show you, this Track Pack Bomec slurry spreader. If we look in the regular market here, where am I might you be? Not sure if it's in here. It might be along with these guys. Slurry tanks. Nope. It is in here and I just went past it. Slurry tanks. I think it might be in here. Here it is. This BOMAC. If we look at the combinations, the truck we need for this guy is, $346,000. I don't want to spend that much for a slurry spreader that I'm only going to use in one field. So we'll wait till we can find something a little cheaper. I think is there one in here that's cheaper? Those are huge. Thought there might have been one that was a lot cheaper than this, but maybe not. There might be one we can just pull. Yeah. Yeah, even something like this is really all I need, right? I can just pull. Well, this is a tank, not a spreader, right? Tankers are used to fertilize the field with slurry. Yeah, this will spit out slurry, I think. That's really all I need. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that thing will go back and forth and spit it out. Because we'll throw that on a helper, and then we can empty the slurry that's accumulated from the pig barn once we get that going. So, yeah, we don't need this. And then this is a cultivator. We're not really using cultivators in this playthrough, and I'm not doing... Oh, this is a leveler. This tool can be used to load goods in your trailer. Levelers are used to move chaff silage and level the heaps in the silos. Silage fork. Don't think we need it. Kind of using my TMR mixer to suck up the silage. So nothing here. Let's look at the status of all of our fields and get caught up on what's going on there. We own field 10. That is planted with potatoes. Only thing we need to do here, it's fully fertilized. We just saw that. We just need to put apiaries alongside here. We'll probably do that next. Because potatoes will benefit from having the beehives around it. So we'll get a little production bonus on the field itself. And then obviously we'll get a bunch of honey. We've got a decent bank account now with over $3 million. So we can do that. Next fields we own, we're 28. We own, that was wheat. We're going to turn it into oats. Currently being plowed. Next step, we'll probably throw fertilizer down and then seed it and then roll it. 21 had clover on it. We're going to turn this into corn. Right now there's a grass swath that we're tedding into hay, and then we're windrowing, and then we'll send another helper to collect all of that hay into the local farm field silo over here. And then over time, I'll just bring that hay and the clover that's in there back to the main farm. That's going to be corn. Other fields we own all of these. 27 is poplar. Oh man, does that take a long time to grow? That takes a long time to grow. I was tempted to turn 28 into poplar as well, but I really want to get going on oats. But yeah, this is going to be a while. And we're going to use all these wood chips in the mammoth mill. Mammoth mill will take wood chips, turn them into planks. We are always short on planks. We need them for pallets. Some of the other businesses need them. So, man, I'm anxious for this field to be ready to harvest. 26 is the one I mentioned. I think that is barley, right? Let's find out. No, is that another wheat field? Yeah, that's another wheat field. Okay, cool. We didn't plant it. We bought it, I think, as wheat, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. But that's coming up. We'll get a bunch of straw out of that. And that field, we'll have to decide what to put on it. We might keep it as wheat. Might just keep that one as wheat. The barley field I was thinking of is 25. We own that one as well. Let's see where that's at in terms of growth stage. Where are you? Got a ways to go, right? 2 more stages and then we can harvest the barley. And then we own 29 as well. That has hemp on it. It's in what, the second growth stage, it looks like. That one's going to be a while. I bought the hemp originally because the apartment building I'm thinking of getting can take hemp, but we're probably not going to use it for that. We might just go and store this hemp. We'll see. It's going to be a while before we turn that over. Once we do, once that is ready, and once we turn that over, my current thinking is turning this field into lavender. There's a business that uses, we haven't bought it yet, but there's a business that uses lavender. That might not be a bad field to set aside for that. And then we could actually just plant that business somewhere along here. Kind of like we have the slushy factory. There's a bunch of room here. So that's going to be a while. Field 1 right now, that is sunflower, I think. Let's take a look. I think that's sunflower, right? Yeah. Field 1 is sunflower. We're going to use that for making pig food. And then once we get this initial crop off of here, planning to use this for corn and making chaff. And then potentially using that chaff to be our main source of silage. We get a big old silage bunker over here. Thinking about it. We'll see. It's probably gonna be chaff. I just don't know if we're gonna store that chaff for our 10 million liter objective or use it for silage or both. We may just keep using grass for silage. Just haven't decided yet on that. And then I think 3 more fields is all we own, right? 46 is a newer field. It's got potatoes. You can see all the apiaries that are placed on either side of that potato field. So we'll get a little benefit. I don't think the benefit reaches all the way across the field, but we'll get a yield bonus and we'll obviously get a bunch of honey out of that. Field 45 we own. That guy is sweet potatoes. Let's look at the growth stage. Yeah, second growth stage for that. First growth stage for the potatoes. Thinking about, well, we're probably going to leave this thing as sugar beets for the foreseeable future. Sugar, we're making a lot of money off of molasses, a ton. And we need sugar for a lot of our businesses. So thinking of getting this field here, 44, and turning that into a sugar beet field too at some point. It's not the next thing I'm looking to do, but I'm kind of got my eyes on this 44 for another sugar beet field. It's kind of close to our sugar factory. Kind of makes sense for that, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fields, I believe, is all that we own. The very next fields I'm looking at buying, we've talked about this for quite a while. These two down here, because they're long and skinny. I think we can put apiaries on either side of these. So one would be sunflowers, and one would be canola. Let's see what these have on them now. I'm hoping we can buy these like before they mature. 33 has cotton. We have a cotton harvester. We have a trailer that can move the modules. So we could take that on anytime we're ready. And then 34 looks like it's wheat. No, it's not wheat. What is it? It is sugar beet. Not bad. We can always use more sugar beet. It's a long way to haul it. A fairly long way to haul it because we'll get a lot of sugar beet off of that. But I'm hoping, look at the growth phase on these guys. Okay, this guy's in the second growth phase and this one's in the third. I'm hoping we can save enough money to buy these before they mature. We'll probably get the sugar beet one first. Let's see what they cost. Farmland. 46 would be the one we buy first. It's going to cost more because it's got some extra land here that we don't really need. There's probably trees or something planted over here. It's on such a faraway corner of the map. I don't think we're going to make use of this extra land. I'm not looking to cut grass here and have to haul it all the way back to the main farm. So we'll see. We'll see. But that one's going to run 2.3 million. We could buy it now. Can't do anything with it yet. But that one's probably next. 46 and then 47 would be next. And then we'll have to just pick one from here. what to do next. Could be 69 for sugar beets. It could be trying to save up for one of these big fields and maybe turning one of these big guys into oats and getting a cereal factory planted or something. Not sure yet. Too early to tell. The next land we're going to buy is probably one of these guys, 79 or 80. Like I mentioned, there's coal here, and I want to get a coal power plant set up over this way. Those are the next land. We're not going to do any farming over there, but we'll be scooping up some coal. And that's that. Those are the plans. So let's do one more thing. Our helpers are doing their thing. We'll let them keep working. Let's do a little bit of forklift action. What do we have? We have some planks, and I wouldn't mind doing a load of nails and bringing all that over here to the carpentry mill. So here we go. Let's just dive in. It's been a while since I used the forklift. I'm probably going to be rusty. Don't laugh, but here we go. All right, that is it for the nails. I think that's about, what, 140,000 liters of nails delivered. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I know we can use more. We'll take a look at all the, maybe all the production lines next episode. I think I want to wrap it here for now. We got some stuff done. We cut down some trees. Next episode, we're obviously going to have to haul a bunch of those trees, and we have more to cut. We'll take a look at how the fields are doing next episode too. But yeah, I think that's it for this one. For now, this is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this series. And Farm Sim 22, the Angel Mountain 16 times map. Pretty cool stuff. There's links to the map in the description. The map has been updated quite significantly since I started this playthrough. So I'm playing on a slightly older version of the map, but it does but it is very, very similar. Cool map. I highly recommend it. And with that, yeah, I'll see you all in the next episode.